Well, this is the hard part for both of us because we're both Ohio State fans, and Ezekiel Elliott. I touched up on Zeke a little bit when you were reconnecting your headphones, and I was just telling Julian how it really made me sad because a lot of people are saying Zeke is washed. Simply put, do you think Zeke is washed? In the official news, if you guys have been living under a rock, Ezekiel Elliott got released by the Cowboys. So, do you think that he's washed?
Man, it's hard to say, man. It's hard to say he's not washed after looking what we saw last time on the field. The last play of a Cowboy career, he hiked the football.
Center Ezekiel Elliott.
So, I think it's just a bad place for him. He started off really hot. He is seven. He was there for 7 years. Had 10,498 all-purpose yards. Led the league in rushing twice in 2016 and 2018. He ranks third in franchise history in rushing yards and touchdowns, behind Hall of Famers Emmitt Smith and Tony Dorsett. So you can't say he didn't have a great career. Midway through his career, when he got his money, he went to, I want to say, Cabo, and he didn't want to go to training camp, and he got his money, and then it's kind of been on a downhill. But one of those years, Dak was hurt, so it's hard to really do things without a quarterback in this league, as we all know. So it's just the Cowboys. It's a lot of mediocrity over there, but I definitely think he can bounce back and go somewhere else. Like I mentioned, a lot of teams in the NFL run by committee. So I feel like if he gets in the right rotation with the right team, he can be a big piece for them.
Exactly. He doesn't need to be the bell cow anymore. And the thing that just breaks my heart the most about the running back position is it's such a valuable position, and there's so many people that want to play running back, so many kids that want to play running back when they're growing up. And then when they get to the highest level, and they used to be treated with respect, and now not so much anymore because we see how running backs, their careers don't have the longevity that other positions do, especially like quarterback. And so now we see running backs really being undervalued. And Zeke is one of the guys who got paid. But it just breaks my heart to see, because Zeke's been in the league for what? Not even 10 years. And he's already on the verge of being cooked or washed or whatever word we want to use to try to say that he's done. I don't think he's done. I agree with you that I think if he gets into the right situation, then he will be all right. Because I kind of see him as kind of similar to Jamal Williams, who we just saw have a career year with the Lions this past year. What did Jamal Williams do? He played opposite to no, I was about to say Kerryon Johnson, DeAndre Swift. I was thinking way back on the Lions running backs there. Almost got into Barry Sanders territory. But anyways, he was playing opposite of DeAndre Swift, who was a running back who was like a pass catcher out of the backfield and a more versatile back, versus Jamal Williams, who would just pound it straight up the middle, more of a old school running back. I think Zeke could be that guy where he comes in, you're at the goal line. You're not like the Seahawks. You don't throw it from the 2-yard line. You punch it up the middle with a guy who can do it. And I see that as Zeke's role. Hopefully he finds a good landing spot. Just putting you on the spot, this isn't something that we planned, but if you had to pick a spot for, you already know.
I've thought about it.
Oh, yeah, Philly. Yeah, you've already talked about this, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. Where's
I honestly think that it was the AFC. I would say Miami or Buffalo would be a really good spot for him. Miami with Jeff Wilson and Mostert, they can just have a running back tandem, a running back trio, and they can just go get it done. Like we mentioned, he doesn't have to be the bell cow back, so he can just go in there and get the job done when it's needed. But in Buffalo, I think that would be huge for them. They already run such a power game with Josh, so to have him back there would be insane. Or even a place like Tennessee. Could you imagine a backfield with Derrick Henry and Ezekiel Elliott?